I'm Dr. J. Shija, SRM IST KTR, Department of Mathematics. Today, I'm going to concentrate Unit 4, Fourier Transform. Problems. So, first problem is find the Fourier transform of the function f of x is 1 minus mod x less than 1, 0 mod x greater than 1. Hence, find the value of zero to infinity sine power 4t divided by t power 4 dt. You have to find this answer. So for this, we have to know the solution. So by the definition of Fourier transform, f of x, which is equal to f of s, formula is 1 by root of 2 pi minus infinity plus infinity f of x e power isx dx. So 1 by root of 2 pi minus infinity plus infinity. So we are going to substitute the value for f of x that is given in the question. So this value you have to substitute. So once if you substitute the value for f of x, automatically the limit will change now to be minus 1 to plus 1. So as you know that mod x less than 1 means x will take the value minus 1 to plus 1. Okay. So e power isx is cos xx plus I sin sx dx. So now we split up into two integrals because we are having two terms, minus 1 to plus 1, 1 minus mod x cos sx dx plus minus 1 to plus 1, 1 minus mod x sin sx dx. So as you know that mod x is an odd function, this is an even function. Similarly here this is an odd function, sin is an odd function. So we are doing with respect to the functions only. So when you do with respect to the function, this term will become 0. Okay. And this term will become as, because it is an even function, so it totally become an even function. So we have to concentrate this value only. So this will vanishes. Okay. So which is nothing but 1 by root of 2 pi integral minus 1 to 1 will become as twice 0 to 1. 1 minus mod x will become as plus x because it is an even function. So we can write the reason mod x is an even function. It become x, okay, because of cos sx. So this is the reason. So 2, how can you write? Root 2. How can you write root 2? Root pi, is it 0 to 1, 1 minus x cos sx dx. So 1 root 2 will get cancelled. Throughout you are having a root, so you can take it as root of 2 by pi. So what is this actually? It is u dv. So what we call it as Bernoulli. So under the mathematician name we have the formula. What is the formula? Integral u dv, which is nothing but uv, u dash v1, u double dash v2, etc. So u represent differentiation, this represent integration. So we are going to do that only next. This one we are going to do. So how to do that? So u is 1 minus x, dv is cos sx dx. So u dash is, what is the differentiation of x? U double dash is 0. So v is sin sx by s and v1 is minus cos sx by s square. So if you do this uv, u dash v1 like that. So root of 2 by pi uv 1 minus x sin sx by s minus 1 minus cos sx by s square 0 to 1. So apply the limit now. So 1 minus 1 sin s into 1 by s minus 0. So automatically the whole term vanishes. Here you get minus cos s by s square minus cos 0 by s square. So as you know that cos 0 is 1, is it? So what do you get? Root of 2 by pi 1 minus cos s divided by s square. So this is the value for Fourier transform. We got it. Next, we have to evaluate this term, is it? So we got the answer for the first one. Fourier transform we have calculated. Next, we have to do this. Okay, what is the value? So for this, we have to know Parseval's identity theorem. The formula is minus infinity to plus infinity mod f of x square dx equal to minus infinity to plus infinity mod f of s square ds. So which is minus 1 to plus 1, 1 minus mod x square dx minus infinity plus infinity. Instead of this, you substitute root of 2 by pi 1 minus cos s divided by s square the whole square ds. Okay. So this is an even function and this is also an even function. So what do you get? So twice 0 to 1, 1 minus x the whole square dx equal to, look at here. So you are getting this value to be square, is it? So you get it as twice already is there, 0 to infinity, 2 by pi, 1 minus cos s the whole square divided by s power 4 ds. So this is the value. Yeah. So we will get it as 4 by pi, 0 to infinity, 1 minus cos s the whole square divided by s power 4 ds. So when you integrate here, 1 minus x the whole power minus 3 by minus 3, 0 to 1. So you get it as 2 by 3, which is equal to 4 by pi, 0 to infinity. We can substitute here as 2 sine square s by 2 divided by s power 4 square ds. Okay. So we will get here square is 4. Already one 4 is outside. So you will get it as 16 by pi. 16 by pi 0 to infinity sine power 4 s by 2 divided by s power 4 ds. So this s is an angle, so s by 2 is an angle, so you are going to omit that. So how will you do that? It's by substitution method. So s equal to 2t, so ds equal to 2 dt. Okay, so substitute all this in the above equation, all this value you have to substitute here. So what do you get? So 2 by 3 already there, 16 by pi is there. There is no change in the limit also, because there is no change in the limit. So you get it as sine power 4t divided by 2t the whole power 4 into 2 dt. So this will get cancelled. This 2 also will get cancelled. So bring the pi to the other side. So pi by 3 equal to 0 to infinity sine power 4t divided by t power 4 into dt. So we got our first solution. Okay, so the problem is solved now. Second one is problem 2. Problem 2. Using transforms method, find integral 0 to infinity dx divided by x square plus a square into x square plus b square. So solution. So here also you are going to apply the Fourier transform method. So Parseval's identity theorem for cosine transform. For cosine transform you are going to find. So what is the formula? 0 to infinity f of x g of x equal to 0 to infinity fc of f of x into fc of g of x dx ds. Okay. So what is f of x? It is e power minus ax. G of x is e power minus bx. So what is the value for the cosine transform, which is f of x is root of 2 by pi 0 to infinity f of x e power minus ax cos sx dx. Yeah. So which is nothing but using the formula, you will get it as a by s square plus a square. Similarly, fc of g of x is root of 2 by pi b by s square plus b square. So you have to substitute all in this formula. Okay, so what do you get? 0 to infinity e power minus ax e power minus bx dx is equal to 0 to infinity root of 2 by pi a by s square plus a square root of 2 by pi b by s square plus b square ds. Okay. So 0 to infinity e power minus of a plus b into x dx equal to, substitute here, 2 by pi 0 to infinity ab also take it out, ds by s square plus a square s square plus b square. So now if you integrate here, what do you get? A plus b into x divided by minus of a plus b 0 to infinity 2ab by pi 0 to infinity ds by s square plus a square s square plus b square. Okay. So when you substitute the limit, upper limit, lower limit, you will get it as 1 by a plus b. So bring all this term to the other side. So what do you get? Yeah, pi by 2ab 0 to infinity ds by s square plus a square s square plus b square. So changing s to a dummy variable x. So we get the solution. So dx by x square plus a square x square plus b square is equal to this one, pi by 2ab into a plus b. So we solve the equation. Thank you. மேம் முடிஞ்சு இருங்க சார், தண்ணி ஏதாவது குடிச்சிட்டு வரட்டும்.